This is a 1945 handbag booklet that I've had for some time, and in this booklet there are two handbags that I've been interested in making. The first handbag is this one here, and the second is this quilted handbag. I've been looking around for some fabric, and the only thing that I have run across in quilted fabric is polyester synthetic, and that's something that I do not want to use. I want this handbag to last, and I know if I were to use that type of fabric over time it would crack and tear, and that's not what I want. But the idea that I had in creating the quilted look was to cut two pieces of this fabric, and this is some vintage cotton fabric, and then put batting between it, and then of course stitch on top, create this quilted look on top of the fabric. So I'm pretty sure that I can achieve that doing that process. The other thing is this is some lining that I had from a previous project that I'm thinking about using. If I don't use this lining, I would like to find just some pretty emerald green fabric along this line here to use for the lining. For the other handbag, I thought about using this leftover fabric from my Chanel style jacket that I used from my previous video. So that is the process of making the patterns. Now in this the instructions, it said to count how many boxes were in the for the body of the handbag, and each one of these boxes are to be made by 1 inch. So you would do 1 inch down and 1 inch across. So for the body of the handbag, there are 5 boxes down and 13 across. And so this is the body of the handbag. And for the end portion of the handbag, you would create 4 boxes across, 4 down. And again, you're doing the 1 inch down, 1 across. For the coin purse, this is the pattern here. So you would do 8 boxes down, 4 across, and this is the coin purse here. Now I've already created the handle and the loop for the handbag, and of course there's a zipper, and this would require a 9-inch zipper. Now here's the pattern for the quilted handbag, and of course, as I said, I've already put my little notation here on the side. So of course there are 5 boxes down and 13 across, and for the end section 4 boxes across, 4 down, and for the coin purse 8 boxes down, 4 across. And the only thing I have to do for the end section is to create the circle, and that I'll do in a moment. So the loop section was 2 inches by 6 3/4 inches. So I measured it 2 inches across, and then it was 6 inches by 3 1/4 inches downward. And for the handle, it was 4 inches across. So you had 4 inches across, and then you had 12 inches all the way down. So those parts are already done, and so it's just a matter of now getting started. Here are the pieces for the handbag, and each one of the pieces I included a 1/2 inch seam allowance. The only difference is on the body of the handbag I only added the allowance on the ends here and on the front, because on the other side there's just the fold line. After all the pieces are cut out, I will take my chalk and I will draw out the quilt lines on top, and then of course I will put the batting between those pieces, and then I will sew right on top. And that will be for the body of the handbag, the handle, the coin purse, and the end section. Now you also see some additional information that I've written on the patterns, and that information came directly from the booklet for the handbag. And if I had quilt fabric, I would be using just one piece of fabric, one piece of lining, and 2 interfacing. Now the lining and the interfacing portions will stay the same, but as we know, the fabric, there's going to be 2 pieces with the batting between. So here I'm going to have 2 pieces of fabric, 1 lining, and 2 interfacing, and the end section will be the same. The end section, instead of having 2 pieces of fabric, there will be 4 pieces of fabric because the batting will be put between the 2 pieces, and the lining and the interfacing will stay the same. Now the same thing will happen with the handle. Instead of 1 piece, there will be 2 pieces. The coin purse will be 2 pieces as well, and the loop, I'm not going to do anything special to it. The stitching came out wonderfully on all the pieces. Here are the end sections to the handbag, the handle, the body, and the coin purse. Here's the finished quilted handbag and coin purse, and as you can see, I added one of my vintage brooches which I featured in an earlier video. And I'm feeling like I want to do another one of these. It didn't take very long at all. The instructions are very easy as this, and I'll open up the coin purse for you. And all I did was just put a snap there inside. And there is the lining there. And all I did was just stitched it all the way around. And I'm going to have to tack that down a little bit better, but you get the general idea. And of course, the flap goes over the top of over the handle, and there you have it. So next time I'll show you how to make the second handbag from the 1945 handbag booklet. In the meantime, God bless, stay strong, and be healthy.